The one thing I will tell you is that I haven't bought this rally, meaning I don't buy that all of a sudden we're in a new bull market yet in crypto, right? So the main issues I have is that while this was an absolutely remarkable rally up, in the scheme of things, if you zoom out on the chart, it's still a relatively small move, and you could arguably say that this move here is the same size as this move here. I mean, it's not much different in dollar amount to the upside, nor is it this low to this high, right? So for me, it's nice to see, but it was coming off of the December kind of tax loss selling. So once December's over and people have sold for tax purposes to reduce what they owe the government, there's just naturally this void of sellers. So it allows for rallies to take place in the stock market, in the crypto space. And then again, we don't have transparency. We hear, now Kraken's being targeted. We hear all these other things. And so at this point, I'm not ready to buy the whole narrative of, we're now in a new bull market and here we go. I want to see more proof of it before I put myself behind that.
Hey guys, welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today we have seasoned trader Gareth Soloway discussing the current outlook for Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrency markets. He expresses skepticism about the recent rally and the idea of a new bull market. According to Soloway, the media's emphasis in technical trading is overrated, and he only pays attention to them when the price is coming into the next leg up. Yesterday peaked right above 25,000, and currently Bitcoin's price is sitting just under 23,800. He believes the recent rally was not significant enough to be the new bull market, and was fueled by the absence of sellers after December's tax loss selling. Because of that, he's cautious about his approach toward investing in the current market. He emphasizes that he wants to see more proof of a new bull market before starting to invest in it. Let's get right to the interview with Gareth Soloway as he gives his latest update on Bitcoin and the crypto market. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content we do here. Let's get right into the video.
And what I didn't like about this rally is that we literally, what did we go up 35% off the lows? You had the same bullish sentiment in the market that we had when we were at 65,000. And that people jumped on the bull bandwagon far too fast. If you go back to 2001 after the dot-com collapse, 2009, the first move in any beginning of a bull market that occurs, most people are scared. I don't know if I can say that on this program, but hopefully I can. All right, so they're scared about that first move. It's too scary. They think, oh my goodness, this has to be a fake out. In this situation with crypto, everyone was like, new bull market, here we go. Here it goes back to all-time highs. That's a dead indicator. It's not a new bull market, right? People haven't been, gone through the despair and the kind of the giving up phase of a bear market. So that coupled with the fact that we now need to establish ourselves and actually make higher highs, that would be something that would get my attention. So just looking back at the chart again here, we can see that we did take out, so the one positive here, and this is what's interesting, right? So this area here, and let me just draw some rectangles here. So this area right here, that was where FTX collapse began. Here, notice how when we came back to that, it was resistance. It was tough for the markets to break through, but eventually it did. Look at where we find ourselves back to, right at that same level. So this is an important level for Bitcoin. If there's one level you're following that could tell us there's a bull market here, if this level holds and we can go take out the high right here from which was around 24,300, that would be a positive. If this yellow line breaks and price starts trading below, you're honestly probably headed back to sub 20,000 on Bitcoin. So this level, again, we'll call it like 21,400. Watch to see if that level holds for the next week or so. If it doesn't hold and we break, be very careful.
You've said that, your bottom is around, I think you've said 12K and then 10 to 14K. Are you still in that camp, or do you think the bottom is in?
No, I actually am still in the camp that we still have some further downside to go. Yeah, definitely in that camp. Again, just because I haven't seen the flush out. And one of the biggest concerns I have about the crypto market is not that we're not going to get regulation and transparency. It's actually my worry about the overall economy and then the impact on the stock market. So what I'm seeing coming in the future is that we're going to slip into a recession, right? Probably second half of 2023, we go into a recession. The markets are going to turn to the Federal Reserve and say, okay, could you print us out of this recession like you've done every down move in the economy over the last 15, 16 years? And the Fed is going to say, guys, we would love to, but the problem is inflation's still, let's say, 3% or 3.5%. So we can't. Now the market's faced with what I would say is like this long, drawn-out recession period where earnings are going down. And you might say, well, what the heck do earnings have to do with crypto? Well, the problem is if investors start to dump stocks, and we say, let's say we see another 25% down move in the S&P, now figure out how crypto holds up in face of that, right? So if we see a mass exodus of risk assets, it's hard to imagine crypto doesn't get caught in that wave.
Soloway suggests that if the Bitcoin price holds around 21,400 and then breaks the high of 24,300, it could indicate a bull market. However, he believes there is still a further downside due to a potential recession, and that could lead to a mass departure of risk assets, including Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. He also discusses the challenges faced by institutional investors in the crypto market due to legal and regulatory uncertainties.
For this market to finally bottom, you need clarity, you need transparency, and you need basically the ability to understand what the rules are. And for a mom and pop buying a half or a quarter or a third of a Bitcoin, I don't think it matters that much. It's kind of like a long shot, like a lottery ticket. But we have to remember that as much as we don't want to have it be this way, institutional money, big money, the billions, the trillion-dollar players, they're the ones that are going to push crypto in one direction or the other, right? So those players are not coming near this space with significant money. And it's not that they don't want to. I think that deep down, hedge fund managers, they want to be involved in crypto. They see lots of potential upside in crypto, but they can't do it legally, right? They have this fiduciary responsibility. And once FTX collapsed, they're in this position of saying, well, how can I don't want to get in trouble for putting money into crypto. And then the SEC comes out and says, hey, this is illegal or this can't be done, AKA what they just did to Kraken, right? So I think that's the bigger issue. So I do agree that until this cloud is out of the way, people should expect Bitcoin and crypto overall to not have a major bull run. One of the things I learned, it's the most important thing I ever learned, is go into every trade assuming you're going to be wrong, right? And I know that sounds weird, but by doing that, you limit the amount of capital you expose on your first buy, and you give yourself ammunition to buy again if you're wrong or if it goes lower. So for instance, with Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin long term. So when I do buy into it for a longer term play, I'm going to say, all right, I'll buy 1/6 of my position here. Then if it goes another 3,000 lower, I'll do another. And just by changing your mentality, you become a better investor, because investors that believe they're going to be right on their first buy throw everything they have at that trade, and then they get wiped out.
Soloway suggests that clarity and transparency are needed for the market to bottom and for institutional money to flow in. He notes that until this cloud is out of the way, people should not expect Bitcoin and crypto overall to have a major bull run. Soloway believes that institutional money, the billions and the trillion-dollar players, are the ones that are going to push crypto in one direction or the other, but won't come near the space without significant money due to fiduciary responsibility. Overall, Gareth Soloway provides insights into the importance of managing risk, establishing clarity and transparency, and waiting for more proof before diving into a new bull market. What do you think about Soloway's latest market update and price prediction for Bitcoin? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.